I'm going to tell you what the #1 common error with IBIS model files are. And I'm sure that you're just dying to know. Now I actually have a top 10, okay? But I'm going to give you the #1. Okay, are you ready for it? Here's a big reveal. AC timing load. Now, what's the AC timing load? If you look inside your data sheet for your I/O buffer, you're going to see some sort of AC test timing load. Now, this is used because IC vendors want a representation of the load that's used on their testers when they put the IC wafers on. So when you test things like your time to clock output, when you test things like your falling and rising edge rates, you need a representative load. Now, some people call this a standard load. And you want to have this inside your IBIS model file. And lots of times it's missing because you actually don't need to run any simulations or derive any data for this, right? It's just a keyword parameter. You look up in the data sheet and you're supposed to put it in there. Now the reason why this is important to have in your IBIS model file is when you run your IBIS simulations in your signal integrity design environment, you're calculating flight time delays, right? So think about it. You've got your driver, you've got your receiver, and you have a transmission line in between. And when we talk about flight time, we're talking about the time it takes your signal to go from the output of your driver package pin to the input of your driver receiver package pin, right? So that's a flight time through your system. It's through your transmission line. That's going to account for everything from ISI to crosstalk to reflections. Now the reason you need to have that AC timing load in there is because lots of simulators behind the scenes, or they'll even ask you what that timing load is because they're going to reference that flight time delay to that standard load, okay? So basically you take your import waveform receiver measure time and you subtract out the driver receiver time from the standard load. So it does this little calculation for you behind the scenes. And if you don't have it in there, or more importantly, if it's the wrong type of loading, then your flight time delays are going to be off. And all your SI simulations and your setup and hold is going to be off as well. So it's really important to check for this. So that's a #1 common error that I see with IBIS model files. It's a really easy one to miss. So make sure that you put that in your quality framework and you're checking for those AC timing loads. Thanks for joining me today for this coffee break video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or feedback, or if you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss next time, send me an email at tim@signalbytestech.com, and be sure to join us online at signalbytestech.com. Sign up for our newsletter, be notified of when we do another one of these videos. Now, I'm going to have another cup of coffee, and it's probably time for you to get back to work. I'll see you next time.